Okay, folks, it's your buddy Mike Messier. I just saw the film 9 Days in the movie theater. And, look, I'm going to be honest with you. The whole point of these Mike's Instant movie reviews is to encourage people to go see the movies on the big screen. I'm typically pretty encouraging of people enjoying the movies and going to the movie theater, and I'm pretty lenient in my evaluations. I mean, I'm pretty generous in my suggestions. In other words, I'm not looking to crucify these films. I'm not looking to be Siskel and Ebert in 1988 or Leonard Maltin with his bow ties in 1984. At the same time, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to say a movie's great or if it's not. I really didn't get this movie. I really didn't. It didn't click for me. I didn't quite understand it. I'll be honest and say I didn't even really like it. Um, I thought there was nothing wrong with the acting. I could be wrong. See, I did not go and Google it because as soon as the movie was over, or even during the movie, I felt like somebody translate to me what's going on here. I had a notion of what was going on, but I'll be honest, I just couldn't quite get it. I'm a pretty cerebral guy as far as art house movies go. I'm a creator of an art house movie, Blood Sugar Sedace. Maybe that was part of the problem. I'm watching this film and I'm thinking, well, geez, my own art house independent movie, Blood Sugar Sedace, is far superior to this. Spoilers, by the way. Um, I just, how I feel about this movie, and I could be wrong. I'm wondering if the lead actor, the lead character of Will was the character. I'm wondering if he was also the writer and director, and this was a showcase for his talents. I do feel that I'm getting the vibe. I could be wrong that this was an independently made movie that later got kind of picked up for distribution because oh my God, everyone at Sundance loved it. And there's always one or two of these Sundance darlings that the Sundance people get behind, and oh, this was profound. If that's the case here, so be it. I'm sure the guy's got a great future, but to me, there was just a lot that was just too vague and too sparse, and it felt very like if you ever gone to your local community arts theater. I mean, talk about live stage acting theater. Like if you ever partaked in live theater and you go see some of these plays that everybody thinks they're waiting for Godot, and every other sentence of dialogue is a question, and it's just to me it's superfluous. It's sparse and it's superfluous and it's just annoying. And you know what I mean? It's just one of those deals where I didn't enjoy the experience of watching this film. Now others might go in there with a different mindset or they hook into it, but I really just kind of felt like there was just a certain point where the tension and the unknown mystery of what exactly is happening that went on far too long for my taste. Give me 10, 20 minutes at the very most, maybe 15 of vagueness and confusion and what is happening here, and then start cluing me in a little bit. But I'm thinking back to that Will Smith movie from 7 or 8 years ago, which was somewhat similar to this. It was 21 ounces or some such shit, or 9 ounces, and it's just when you try to get too pretentious and you try to get too artsy. I guess there's some movies that feel like we're doing an artsy film. And I've got nothing against doing artsy. I mean, that's great, but you have to do it right. And I feel like something else would have, just didn't work for me. That's the danger of art house. And I've done plenty of art house films. Nature of the Nature of the Flame, like I said, the aforementioned Blood Sugar Sedace, even to an extent, the actor short film are all art house. But I just feel, in my opinion, this one missed the mark. It dragged too much before we some shit happens. You know what I mean? Then it tries to have like this big emotional payoff. Spoiler with the Song of Myself. I think that's what it was. I haven't seen this poem in 20 years. The JF Proof Rock or whatever the fuck. Song of Myself performance, and that's when I'm really feeling like, God damn it, I'm in community theater right now, watching local community theater. And there's nothing wrong with local community theater. It's something I enjoy going to, but With this, I just felt like you've lost me, you've lost my interest. This, what's supposed to be this cumulative payoff of emotion and maybe some romance at the end, and I just didn't understand Emma and these other pseudo people that are inhabiting these bodies. Are they supposed to be like lost spirits, like dead baby body spirits or something, or what the fuck's going on? So there you have it. We're in the rare times I'm going to come out here and say that I did not enjoy a movie, and I do not condone others to spend their hard-earned money to see it. Like I said, I have to be honest. Now, I did see wisps of talent in this thing. It was a well-made production for what it was. It was obviously low budget, and well, they made a good-looking movie, and I can see where the Fox and Sundance they sit around in their igloos and February or whenever it is in Utah, and they see something like this, and it felt also kind of retro, like this was a late '90s movie. Like this kind of movie felt a little bit like something like Grand Canyon, if you ever saw that movie with Steve Martin. Where it's it's all the wonderment of life, the wonderment of human emotions, and to me, it didn't work. You might be saying, well, gee whiz, Mike, it did work. That's why it's in the theater. Well, I say, what the fuck? I didn't like it. Now, I also thought maybe because yesterday I saw the Suicide Squad movie, so I need my candy, right? Like everybody else, I need to be fed my candy of mainstream cinema schlock and animated weasels and sharks. And so maybe seeing this movie with real life human beings and VCR tapes wasn't right now. That's a possibility too. But I just felt that this movie did not do it for me. I was looking forward to seeing this film, and and I just kind of felt like it dragged, and it just didn't get going. And the technique or the gimmick of the film, which I can't understand it. It's like and I don't think the movie is trying to be one of those fucking movies that, well, we're not going to tell you what it's about because we want you to figure it on your own, or you tell us what the movie's about. You give us your interpretation. And I just know, and I've done shit like that too as an artiste. But when you kind of leave your movie or your story or your art or whatever open to the interpretation, it basically means you don't know what the fuck you're doing. That's honestly that's what it means. Like if a movie or a piece of art or a poem or a song, it's so open to interpretation, it usually means you didn't do your fucking job as the artist to make a goddamn point. Now, some might argue and debate that, and that's fine. But to me, it's just a cop out. It's an artistic crutch to say, "Oh, it's open to interpretation." It just means you don't know what the fuck you did. There you have it. So I didn't like this one. And if you watch Mike's instant movie reviews, you'll see up and down that I typically find something for every movie. I can find a reason that it's worth seeing, or that I enjoyed it, or even if I didn't enjoy it 100%, there was some aspect of it that I liked. I'll give you the flip side. Do you mind? That movie with the pretty lady Julie Delpy, who did like she did a movie like less than a year ago that Julie Delpy directed and wrote and produced. I'm trying to remember the name of it. Zoe, not Killing Zoe that she was in a long time ago, but just Zoe. If you see that Zoe movie by Julie Delpy, which I did a Mike's Instant Movie review on, that's an artsy movie, but it's got a fucking point to it. Um, this I did not see the point. If the point is buried deep within the film, then so be it. But it's at some point, if the point of the movie is buried so deeply that I have to beg for it, like a fucking child begging for porridge in the wall by Pink Floyd, then I don't care anymore. You know what I mean? You've made your movie too difficult for me to enjoy. And I'm not some thug. I'm not some redneck. I can enjoy an intellectual movie along with the rest of them. In fact, more than most people. But this one, sorry, didn't do it for me. The fucking JF proof. I mean, there's another YouTube channel that I watch sometimes. WTF to this movie? What the fuck happened to this movie? If you're looking for more content beyond me, you should just stay with me the whole time. Watch my original films, Blood Sugar Sedacious, as I mentioned. But you can find uh, what the fuck happened to this movie YouTube channel. That's the title, and they have plenty of movies that are like, what the fuck happened to this movie? And I feel like 9 Days is up for nomination. You know, like put 9 Days in that instant classic. Look at this old photo of myself that I've discovered. This is me. Uh, Now, here's an anecdote. You ready? I went to a networking party quite some time ago. This young lady, Erica Derricks, had these Hollywood East fucking parties, and I went to Boston, and I had like a bunch of these fucking photos of myself, and I said, this is gonna be a fucking thing. I took like 30 of these photos, and I made customized fucking autographs, like little mantras, and I handed these fucking things out instead of business cards. So they said, I don't need 30 pictures of myself. I'm not sure why I had them, but I just wrote a bunch of fucking little messages and gave them out to people. And who knows if those assholes kept them or not? It's Boston people, so who knows? They might have put their Boston Red Sox mug on top of them and fucked them all up. But if they were smart, they would have kept on to them because they were collector's items. Any effing fucking way. That's it. So no offense if the gentleman who did the JF Proof Rock fucking monologue at the end of 9 Days is watching this. Sorry, buddy. I mean, you. Hey, look, you got famous. You made your mark. I'm sure he'll do more movies with bigger budgets, and I'm sure he's got a lot of talent. It's just this particular movie did not connect with me. I did not feel it. I feel like the message or the complication, the wrinkle of who are these spirits that are in these bodies? Why do they have 9 days? It wasn't fully explained. I get it. That's the artistic point of it all. But to me, if I'm going to jump into this thing with you, I'll play your game, but you got to tell me the fucking rules. Like I can't just make up shit. Like what's your movie about? I don't have the energy to create your movie in my mind. I've got a lot of things going on in my own mind, and I just can't sit there and create a whole movie on your behalf. You have to do your part, filmmaker. And for the studios that release this thing, okay, fine. You got your indie darling of the season. They always do that. They always sprinkle some fucking big studio magic dust on one indie lucky art house indie movie per year, and this happens to be it. What can I tell you? I don't. It just didn't do it for me. Other people might be singing a song about it, might be singing a song of myself, JR Proof Rock, but it didn't work for me. That's it. So it's only fucking Tuesday. We've got a whole week to fuck up, as I like to say. Tomorrow's Wednesday, and you know what that means. And so I'll let you all go. Subscribe to Mike Messier YouTube channel, 961 subscribers. I guess if the guy who directed this film was a subscriber, he probably unsubscribed in fury. But what can I tell you? I'm being honest, and all I can do is be honest. Goodbye. Subscribe to Mike Messier YouTube channel.